Thank you for joining us. This is Breaking Ground with Gratomic, and I am Glenda Green. Today, we are being joined by Gratomic COO Armando, who is on site at Aukam.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, Glenda. Thank you for the invitation. Oh, it's absolutely exciting to be at the site because this is where the action happens. No matter how much you interact with people, you discuss, you have video conferences, being on site is the only way to see the real action. And as you can see, I am in my accommodations on the site, which look very rustic with stone walls and everything, but it's pretty comfortable. I mean, it's wide, spacious, and people don't imagine that they find sometimes good accommodation in a mine site in the middle of the desert, but this is possible. And this is because it has to do with everything that we are doing here. We are taking care of a project that involves people, and this means that you have to do things in a way that people will feel right. So that is the first impression that I got when I came here. People feel right. Of course, it's the middle of the desert. It's very hot. It's dry. It's challenging. It's not every time that it's completely comfortable. But people know that we are here for a purpose, and people enjoy being here in general. And as I am enjoying very much right now.
We received a photo yesterday of your first tour of the adits. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, well, of course, you can imagine it's a bit scary to walk into a dark edit. But as everything we do here in Aukam starts with a proper safety assessment of what we do, it's just a little bit scary in the beginning, but you know that you are in good hands. I went in with our head geologist, Corne Coetzer, and he knows the whereabouts. He was my perfect guide. We had proper protective equipment, shoes, flashlights, and protective eyeglasses. So once you get acquainted to the dark environment and the beds, because there's plenty of beds in the edits, but you get used to it and you feel an adequate place to be to know what is underground. And the impression that I came out of the attic is, wow. I mean, the graphite that you see here, you don't see everywhere. You see the big lumps. It has been extracted in a manual way in the past, but you can see the potential. When you get into the attics, you can see the size of the graphite lumps, the purity of the graphite lumps. And you can see also that if we apply modern techniques as we will do, we will be able to avoid the underground mining to transform that place in an open pit and to extract this very rich asset that we have on the ground. So it was scary in the beginning and very pleasant at the end to visit the adits.
So since you and Carl have been on site, you've gotten to know the team a little bit better on a more personal level. There's such big things happening with Gratomic right now. I bet it's pretty exciting time being on the site.
Yes, it's very exciting because the main reason we came is to ensure that we really shift. We make a big shift. We used to be an exploration site, and we are turning into a production site. And it's a completely different mindset. When we came here and explained that to people, we have the feeling that they absorb it, that they know that they have to think in a different way. They have to revisit their priorities. And they're excited about it because that means we will all have a lot to be busy with on the next months. So people embrace this need for the change, and they still expect to continue being part of a team that is not just the outcome mine, but it's also all the board of directors, our consultants, our marketing team, who are all doing a great job to promote this project. And they understand the need that we have to make this shift, to transform us into a highly productive, active site. And this is the only way that we will be up to the expectations of all these people and the shareholders.
One last question for you, because I know you're really busy on site right now. Are we on schedule for commissioning?
Yes, we are on schedule for commissioning. By the end of this month, we will be start commissioning the crushing circuit of our plant, and we will go on commissioning along Q1. So we are on time, and it's a big challenge because sometimes we face difficulties that we really cannot foresee for being far away, for being in a place that we don't have sometimes the most skilled labor, we have to adapt. We don't have the best suppliers, but we have very good ones that can find a way to help us. So we are dealing with every one of those difficulties, of these roadblocks, and just turning them into stepping stones to make sure that we deliver what is expected from us and stay on time.
Well, it was so nice to see you. You have a wonderful rest of your day, Armando. Thank you again so much.
Thank you, Glenda. Again, thank you for the invitation. And anytime you need, just give me a call. Thank you. Bye-bye.